cute dress, but it still looks like a prom dress, if I'm being honest. Like an 80s, 70s. I don't know.
It's our prom dress with a fashionable cap, I guess.
Yeah. I guess that's just our aesthetic, trying to relive our misspent youth.
I've upgraded the armor to T60, and also have an entire other suit of it.
I like how they both have the
Another day
flames,
in the
keeping the brand consistent.
It is our brand, you know. Technically, we could give it to one of these other people, but why?
Too shabby.
What are they gonna do with it, really?
Also, Preston Garvey is
I'm
doing
always
very
glad to see
sad
the sun come up one more time.
because this interferes with his patrol route.
So could you almost sim style, like, stuff him inside the building and he can't get out?
Yes.
That'd be rude. I'd rather you do that to, well, whatever. If you ever get bored, I guess it's a thing to do. Also, I like how the fucking weeds are just clipping through our metal floor.
You literally have to open the console to get rid of the weeds. And I may do that, I may not.
A Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone.
Because
Someone
it really annoys me, but at the same time, it's very difficult to get rid of them. Alright, have to pick up a very important weapon. Virik and I, we just did like a random little side quest thing where we helped out a robot captain try to get the USS Constitution back into the ocean. It's a delightful little interlude from the misery that is this game.
Okay, I'm glad you found something fun. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, if nothing else, I feel like we've discovered a few things to enjoy. Like, oh, Nick's alright. He's like an android detective, and the voice actor sells the whole bit, so he's charming enough.
Charming enough. Okay, but yeah, I think now since you're here, I wanted you to experience the story of this game, right?
Yes.
So, if you remember, last time we were with Nick, and we have killed Kellogg. Right. Kellogg is the man with the comical scar that stole our baby boy, and he told us that our baby is now at the Institute. But Soccer, he's a little bit older than we remember him, because we got refrozen.
Right, okay. When you say a little bit older, like, what, is he a teen? Is he an old man? Is he
he was seen with a 10-year-old boy.
Ah.
And then we tracked him down using dog meat. I guess that works, but anyway. Now the trail has gone cold, because the Institute, or the people who make the synths, like Nick here. But no one knows where the Institute is. No one knows where they come from. They just sort of appear, and then you have to deal with that fact. Also, Brotherhood of Steel, as you might remember, they're around.
Yeah, flying their planes.
They're actually where I got the armor. This is Brotherhood of Steel armor.
Mm.
I killed two of them.
I mean, to be fair, from the Brotherhood's point of view, it's all Brotherhood of Steel armor.
Just to demonstrate why I went out of my way to get this gun.
Also, is it just my feet, or is this, like, is the game jittering?
Probably the feed.
Okay, I'm gonna try disconnecting from the stream and reconnecting and seeing what happens. Okay, good enough. Okay, so any particular reason to shoot at the Brotherhood of Steel playing thing, or was it just like just because it's there?
This gun is real good. So I can.
Sure,
But
good
yeah,
reason as any. Wow, they're just throwing these armor pieces at you, huh?
Get behind it if you can.
the only thing that we don't have is the frame. Finding the frames is kind of difficult. But yeah, if you want it, T60 power armor, it's just that easy. This isn't even that good of a gun. Like, in terms of rarity, you can buy this. That's what I got all the money for. It is not the most powerful gun. It will not last until the entire end of the game, but it should take us through the next little bit fairly good. Anyway, I think we want to go back to Diamond City. Because, as Nick was quick to point out, the only person who sniffs around the Institute is Piper. The post-apocalypse journalist lady.
Right, I remember her.
Also known as the one with facial animation.
I mean, someone's gotta have it, and why waste that on, say, protagonist when, like, half the time they're gonna be in power armor anyway?
Anyway,
The journalist thing just reminds me now of, like, all the annoying things it would be if you tried to start a newspaper in the post-apocalypse. You need to find a working printing press, or at least enough working printing presses where you can, like, salvage parts from each of them and, like, get something functional together. You gotta get ink. How the fuck is ink made? I don't know. Piper, how do you make ink?
Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
this is comical.
We need help, Piper.
No one...
This man named Kellogg kidnapped my baby. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
Because... he's dead.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Goodneighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain.
Dr. Amari sounds
Enough gray
familiar.
matter to
Did
bring
we,
to
like,
Amari
meet
and
her in
find
a
out if
previous
this is going to
video?
work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's
Play
grisly, but
session,
what choice do
whatever you
we
wanna call
have?
it.
We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's
I don't
brain just
think
might have all
so.
the
I
secrets
think
we
she's
need to
from
know.
another game. But remember you were saying that when you killed someone, rooting through their brains, looking for synth parts may not be the first thing that you're
Drives through whatever memories we can find.
This is dumb.
All
Not
right.
in a fun way.
Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
So, we have to have picked up Kellogg's brain. We've put his brain into Nick. Now we're both getting into mind-reading dream chairs, and we're going into Nick's brain.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Demonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but
Like
it's
the big
They've
sink
located
didn't
the
have
strongest
this kind of
memories we can
technology.
find. They might not be stable.
How does this random lady in the basement have it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe the big sink did. That's a bad example. They like created an entire cyborg body, but you're able to...
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There.
At least this is pretty.
This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
So I have a question.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad.
What?
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't-
I hate
Mom
this.
knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad.
Is this supposed to make us give
That
a
cost her
shit
more
about
than a
the
few
bald man
beatings.
we brained?
Apparently.
I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that.
Apparently he got
I'm going
across
to
the
stop singing
fucking
you. That's what they're
Midwest.
teaching you.
Yeah, so
Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's
What?
useless.
You're the
But
man
you'll
of the
turn out like
family.
him.
No, you're not allowed to take off the footy pajamas.
And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
It's gonna be fine. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone.
Fuck that.
You may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever.
Oh, I've never noticed that.
It's only looking back. By comparison with what comes after.
This annoys me even more
really
because
understand. That's what
there's stuff about San Francisco and Fallout too.
You'll see.
Oh hey, another
What really made you
Cybertronic baby.
think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
We don't know anybody here.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her.
I don't know, my headphones are dying.
The thing about
BRB.
happiness is, I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
So yeah, we can kind of skip these.
Let's
We
see.
have to interact.
We should probably see them just to see how bad the writing is.
So yeah, as you can sort of see there.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you
Of course.
weren't there to help them.
Oh.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
They waste these gorgeous aesthetics on this bullshit.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me. Oh, we'll pay you.
And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Whenever I'm thinking about this game, I completely forget this
Mr.
part
Kellogg,
exists.
I'm glad you
I don't
decided to
blame-
meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
System offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated.
Oh, we're back here.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
Do you get it? Because he lost his daughter? Don't you feel sorry for Kellogg?
Of course not.
I could have him make these little observations, but it takes longer.
Open it. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Is it over?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay?
Come here.
No.
Come here, baby.
No. I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
Quick great animation.
Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have a backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm,
Trying to do?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I already have some.
Incorrect. That is exactly the first thing we were trying to do. We've been carrying around a piece of Kellogg's brain this entire time.
We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or
So,
not, we can't all go
apropos of
running across
nothing,
the
this
Commonwealth,
character
so-
tore out a chunk of his brain and just
I have to go to the memory
has
den
it
either way.
in her
Let
back
me introduce you to
pocket.
Omari. But if you want to head
If
that
we had
way,
not
just
grabbed
say
it,
so.
we would have to go back for it. So I just grabbed it.
I mean, okay, sure, I guess. Like, people loot bodies anyway, so they probably would have grabbed the chunk of brain.
Like, you just
That's
hit
why.
take all, and you will not even know. It won't even register. Because that's not the impressive thing. The thing that they make note of is Kellogg's
The
gun.
silent routine isn't getting us anywhere.
Alright, anyway. Do you want to keep Nick, or do you want to take Piper?
To see a doctor? We can only take one with us. I
Mhm.
mean, we've had Nick following us around. Why don't we switch up to Piper?
I'll
Change
head
of
out with
pace.
Piper. We'll meet you there, Nick.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
And by the way, at some point, you owe me an interview. I want to hear how this whole story got started. Well, if anyone could figure out a good use for it.
Piper, I'm taking your gas canister.
I like the little masturbatory
Big,
gesture
loud,
of pretending the
corrupt officials
protagonist's
and
story
brothers
in
and
this game is
citizens.
interesting.
But it's home.
I mean, you want to have the interview now?
Hey,
What you got for me? You holding up, Blue?
Blue?
why are you
Blue.
calling me that?
'Cause you're a vault dweller? I know you're not wearing the blue jumpsuit right now, but the Pip-Boy and the fish out of water look, dead giveaways. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. Besides, I'm already following you around. Might as well get some quotes while we're at it.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
So we can either lie or tell the truth.
I mean, journalists are all about the truth, right?
Frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Oh, guess the interview's over.
Sorry.
Hey, point the way.
That knocked me far enough away the conversation ended.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good.
Is there no way to skip, like, old dialogue?
So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I
I don't
frozen.
think so.
I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Tragic.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge?
I'm hitting
The whole
buttons.
time?
Nothing's happening.
Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The woman out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Well, we don't really know. Her old life was just a suburban white America, which, I mean, that's its own kind of nightmare. But the other option is being stuck in Fallout 4, so I really don't know which is worse.
I mean, the suburban hell trapped with my veteran husband and our animatronic baby. This is probably better than that.
Seeing everyone surviving out
Probably.
here, rebuilding the world, it gives me hope.
That's surprisingly inspired, Blue. We're definitely quoting that. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
What do you want to say to those people? It's like, people ignore kidnappings? What?
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again, or at least that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City.
You know, all 5 sentences she got out of you.
We should probably.
I mean, it is the post-apocalypse. He has to handset the type.
True.
Also, this is
Trust me.
Piper's sister. She hawks the newspapers and is going to be running things while we're gone.
Man, it's a family business, I see.
I guess. So now we have to go to Good Neighbor. Good Neighbor is another settlement. The city of Boston is big enough that there are a few of them. Diamond City is the biggest.
So, let me make sure I got this right, because I'll be honest, I don't pay attention much to geography. Diamond City is the baseball stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Good Neighbor, and the Commonwealth in general is like the outside neighborhoods, right?
The Boston metropolitan area.
Yeah.
Like Lexington, Concord, Boston. I don't think they're actually this close together, but you know.
Right. Yeah, in video game terms. Okay. So what is Good Neighbor? Like, where did they build that out of? Is it like some Boston landmark? Is it just the metropolitan area? Are we going to find out very soon?
We'll find out pretty soon. We'll go to Hubris Comics. It's on the way. I mentioned some, like, dumb things you can do, right?
Yes.
Hubris Comics is one of those dumb things, because I'll show you when we arrive. The problem with a lot of your companions is they have their starting weapons and they suck. They don't hold up at all. Now you can give them a different weapon, but then you also have to give them ammunition, and they have really bad accuracy, and they just blow through all of your ammo at once. So taking Piper, that's the pistol we started the game with. That's the pistol she has.
Okay.
So what I find that I end up doing is I give them melee weapons.
Makes sense.
Because all of them are decent enough because it's, you know, it's a melee weapon. Ghouls.
Guess this is it, Freak. Gonna be your last mistake.
So yeah, this place is crawling with ghouls.
You see any back issues?
Bad idea. Now I'm mad.
Anyway. Here in a display case.
Sweet. There we go.
Ah.
You sure know your way around.
We have an
a bobby
axe.
pin.
I like the little message pop up on the
Probably
upper
have
left.
something you can
Piper
use.
liked that.
Now, she has an axe. She's very angry.
It's that journalistic rage finally getting a means of release.
Perfect.
There's now a 1% chance of avoiding all damage from an attack, thanks to this comic book that I read.
I'm sure you need it so much with your extra set of power armor.
I mean, you never know.
Right. I mean, who knows? The game might throw a death claw at you or something. Oh wait. Like, be real with me. There's presumably an area later in the game where you see more death claws, right? Like, are they as neutered as the one in the beginning, or like, do they actually pose a threat?
Insofar as you fight them in an open area, and therefore it is much more difficult to just get in a place they can't get to you, they are more difficult. But like, I don't know. The death claws are always a little bit of an oddity, I feel like. Trying to remember. I don't think there's another comic book around here I can look for. Anyway. I can loot the rest of this stuff later. Right now, I just want to move up. This is all actually a fairly interesting area, if you care. I don't know if these are...
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a
Wasn't
very
my
recent
idea
memory.
to settle down with the kid in the
Good
middle
news,
of
I think.
Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family.
Ugh.
I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
You know, the newspaper. Oh boy, Piper has really done it this time. I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but...
Okay, that's important, actually.
Hmm?
On the radio it mentions, Piper's really done it this time.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever
I need to go back to my safe
done
space.
this before. How do you feel?
I don't blame you.
Hope you plan on using your robot powers for good.
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist, Kellogg, was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate. Take your time.
Okay.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
Like power armor?
I'll find a way to get rid of it. Don't worry.
Good
Doesn't
luck.
hurt.
And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Piper, though. I don't like her odds.
Yeah, let's take Robot Boy.
Oh no, it makes no difference.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg. Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Opinions.
I say we take our Barbarian Newsy if she's gonna be fine.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
She'll be fine. We have Radix. Door, please. Okay, so...
This Brotherhood of Steel is. I'm not buying that. We come in peace, malarkey.
You shouldn't.
Whoa. Now that is some armor. Check out those hydraulics.
That person may be the only person in the game that acknowledges you're walking around in power armor.
Smart of them.
Hey.
Before we go.
Every weapon you see here could be the difference between life and death, baby.
I'll take a look, sure.
Let's get you outfitted, killer.
Oh, we may make a short pit stop back home, actually. Because, I want to show something that's kind of neat that I enjoy about this game. One of the few things. So what do you think the glowing sea is?
I'm thinking it is literally just a giant field of glass.
That would be somewhat interesting, but it's, remember, like, Vault 111 back that way?
Yep.
And the blast, we were looking at it, was over that way?
Yep.
That's the glowing sea. It's where that bomb fell.
That makes sense.
So I don't know if I showed this to you. Our complete other set of T-60 power armor.
Excellent.
Heads up.
What can I do? Can do.
We are branded.
Over here.
Uh-huh. Of course. I don't think I can get to that.
Move here.
Yep.
Here.
That's a plan. That's a plan.
Come on.
Okay, that rules.
I don't think they take fusion cores, but
Nice.
Don't take offense to Marcy. She's working through the loss in her own way.
Always was a little jealous of folks who could craft something other than a paragraph.
I'm upgrading this laser musket because it's actually one of my favorite weapons. Broadsider. I'll keep the super sluts around. I mean, have need of it. Put this. Oh, we can't put that away. Anyway, so yeah, that's I can buy stuff from someone in here. I just don't remember
Don't
who.
try anything, stranger.
And sometimes they sell like sometimes they sell like Gauss rifles and stuff.
Oh, fun.
They have advanced weapons. Also, there isn't. That shouldn't be possible. That's probably going to break the game when one of them wakes up.
Alright. I'm gonna go spend some time with Anna.
Don't
See ya.
try anything, stranger.
Yeah, I think we're good here. We've
Don't try
met the
anything,
Underground
stranger.
Railroad, but for robots. We...
Hey, don't try anything, stranger.
I don't know. What do you think, Rent? Are you, you want to go for more or not?
I think I'm ready to bounce for the night.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see you next time. We'll see how the Underground Railroad goes.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Yuzu, good night.
I only kill when I want to.
Who? What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
Ah, this is great. You're right, it's great.
Oh, of course you are. It's just all
Is
those
Fallout
metal
4
plates.
actually good?
You're a robot, right?
Is this
A
the
very
pivot, Curly? Are we finally going to turn
Designation
around on this game?
Assaultron. Designed to provide a variety of security-related tasks to the modern man. Runtime conclusion. Why work for the man when you can work for yourself? New designation. KLEO. Cleo. Fully independent small business owner. Robot enough for you, smooth talker? Now what are you buying?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Anyway.
Let's get you outfitted, killer.
Here's Cleo.
I like her.
Cleo sells random things, mainly weapons. Also fusion cores. If we didn't have 15 fusion cores in our power armor, we might be worried about that. This is her special weapon. It's the party starter. Does 50% more damage to humans. Is a rocket launcher. She also sells crafting materials for guns.
Cleo.
I've got a
Oh,
weapon
right. I don't
here
know
for
if
every
this is in the other
situation.
games.
Hunting, protection, cold-blooded
There
murder.
goes Piper.
Hot-blooded murder.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Purchase a variety in case of boredom.
Here's power armor station if we needed it. And then we have Daisy's discounts.
Oh, a new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Did you say something about people screaming at you?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, I say. So you need some supplies?
I don't see how that's possible. Also, yeah, no,
What's a ghoul?
You're looking at one, sweetheart. Didn't have any shelter to go to when the bombs fell. Radiation's kind of the ultimate makeover. Done wonders for my skin. I look pretty good for being 220 years old. Now you buying anything?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Remember, no returns, exchanges, or death threats.
Same basic thing here. Yeah, Good Neighbor is your second major kind of... what would you say?
Hub?
Yeah, hub. Oh. Again, we don't have to do this, but... So, Varric, I want you to think way back to the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Fred, are you going to hang out
Like
in the lobby
that.
all day again? Or are you
I just
actually
clean
going
up
to go
around here.
down and do some work?
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's not all about sampling those...
So yeah, I'm
things
thinking about the beginning of the
either. Maybe if you
game.
stop
Yep,
using
just,
them,
hold on a second.
What?
Let me go up here.
Where's the fun in cooking it if you ain't using it?
My mistake.
Hey there.
What?
Uh.
No, it can't. It's you from Sanctuary Hills, right?
Wait, are you from Vault-Tec?
I am Vault-Tec. 20 years of loyal
Oh,
service.
it's that
And now
guy.
Look at me. I wasn't on the list.
I remember.
Look
You were
at
there
you.
for a character creation.
200 years, and you're
Strange,
still perfect.
man.
How's that possible?
The Vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul.
Paul Eating is a great voice actor, and this is an utter waste of him.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know this would happen.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement. Once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay, I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right? I'll see you there.
We are never going to visit him.
Probably not, although we may go back. Anyway, again, that wasn't necessary. It was just, I remembered. Like, oh yeah, remember Vault-Tec guy? By the way, he will never tell you his name. He is Vault-Tec rep.
Shoot the fat. Now I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
Huh, he wishes.
Hancock will go out and make speeches from his balcony. Here is the memory, then.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
presumably from before his skin came off, but no judgments, I guess.
Hey, you do you.
Yeah.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
So...
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari. But you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who could make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
So, this is how I know that the writers of this game wrote themselves into a fucking corner.
Institute technology being what...
What do you mean?
The brain
so, we killed Kellogg, right?
But that's
correct.
An incredible...
But no one knows where the Institute is. It's very clear. You can go through the entire rest of the Commonwealth and no one has ever found...
I'm well past the warranty date.
But we killed Kellogg.
Yeah.
So, in order to figure out where the Institute is, we have to have picked up Kellogg's brain and brought it here.
Jesus.
And now we're going to plug Kellogg's brain into Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
But not just that.
Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to
stress.
Mr. Valentine.
It's our new
Slight
ensemble.
change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doctor.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness...
What? I'm very confused by where this marker is trying to lead me. It possibly did not expect me to just jump. Oh, never mind. Okay, down we go. So... yeah, that was, Jenny.
What is all this?
Yeah. She never shows up again. You don't run into her. There's no development to, like, how she's doing or where she came from. Why did she go rogue, etc.
Alright.
But, let's see. What are we doing now? I forget. So we have a Courser chip. Somehow this is necessary to integrate, like, with the teleportation stuff, right?
Yep.
That's, sort of the idea here. What was the one? Oh, have the Courser chip analyzed. Okay. Why do you do this?
Because they're shitty AIs and not people.
Just casually strolling about in my T60 power armor.
Yeah, I like my odds here.
I do wish more games in general would have a thing where, like, if you're, say, wearing some what's supposed to be high-end equipment or whatever, people would be like, ugh, I don't want to mess with that guy, and just walk to the other side of the street.
Yep.
Because reminder, not only is there me, there's Piper, who is also in T60 power armor and carrying a giant axe.
Still here?
Actually, question, Carly. They give you a set of power armor very early in the game, and then you can just get, like, another one fairly quickly. How well does this stuff hold up? Like, could you wear this to the end game and it still does a great job of, like, letting you not get hurt?
The T60 power armor that I have now? Yes, although I will not.
Still in one piece.
Sorry, I'm just trying to snipe people so I can finally fast travel to Good Neighbor.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I guess where we're going.
Yeah. So, I guess my overall thing is just, like, the T60B Weber that you got, like, how is that a thing a regular person would probably stumble upon if they were, like, doing just a blind playthrough?
Oh, the second suit there?
Yeah.
I would say so. It's not off the beaten path at all.
Right.
Like, it's on a direct line. You would see it. It's like up on a hill. There's like a down vertibird, and if you go to the down vertibird, there's his power armor in a field next to it.
So he's again new power armor. Probably, like, if you're doing the typical Fallout thing of, like, hoard everything you see, you'll probably get enough stuff to, like, do some upgrades or whatever. So, like, keeping it at par.
The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
I found Virgil. He has a way inside the Institute.
I guess a way of looking at it
But
more
I need a code
positively is just being like,
Courser chip.
it's an optional, almost difficulty slider
Unfortunately,
thing
I
of
can't
like,
help you.
hey,
I've worked on a
you
lot
can,
of synths,
if you
but
find
never
the
Courser.
combat you wish
I don't know what
is
that
easier,
chip
just
does,
slap on this
let alone
power
how to
armor.
decode it. But there are
Something
people
like
who
that,
might.
I don't know.
I work with a group that, well, they're the only ones I know that even have a chance at cracking
It's one of those
Institute
things that I
security.
can't get over
They're
where it seems
called
like
the Railroad.
a big deal and it feels weird for you to just have it.
Oh, hold on. We're all gonna love this.
The Railroad.
They help synths escape the Institute. I don't know who they all are.
Oh god,
Usually
they're
an
doing the
agent of theirs
Detroit
just shows
Become
up with
Human
someone who
thing.
needs new memories. One of them gave me a code phrase. Said it would help me find them if there was ever an emergency.
I knew David Cage was a
Follow the
hack,
freedom
but I
train.
didn't think he was cribbing
All right.
plot beats from
I'll find
Fallout
Good luck.
level of hack.
I'm sorry what I have is so cryptic, but hopefully you can figure things out as you go.
So, now we have to follow the Freedom Trail. Okay. We had questions about this before. Is there anything in here that is not like on the Boston Tourism Board list?
Yeah.
The answer is no. No, there isn't.
That's sad. So what's our next stop that is on the post-apocalyptic Boston City tour?
The Freedom Trail. It's actually plot necessary. You have to go on the Freedom Trail.
Right. Because everything that's relevant in Boston happened during the Revolution.
And the real sad part is, I don't remember where the end of it is.
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail. Feast your ears and learn more about the historic Freedom Trail.
Oh right, also.
The history of Boston Common.
They have these discs here, right?
Mm-hmm.
7A.
7 and A. Some sort of code.
So the Freedom Trail is this
red line.
It's like red brick.
4 and L.
4 and L.
Definitely a code.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, hey, the fascist party blimp. I can hear it.
Oh no, that's a vertibird.
Oh.
Buzzing around. It's like, okay, this is where... Like a good neighbor.
Now a 6. I don't know.
Like, I always have to be a little paranoid. Because I know what the password is. I just don't remember where this place is.
Get this over with, shall we?
Better in our hands anyway.
Can be even sneakier in your giant clunky power armor.
R.
I hear something.
Like, the hint is follow the Freedom Trail.
Annoyed. What? Who's there?
Finally, a video game quest I can just check Wikipedia for.
to die!
And like again, if you weren't in power armor and had to actually take heed of any of this, it would be much more annoying. But
I mean, I guess that's also another thing of like combat in this game doesn't necessarily seem like interesting or exciting. It just seems tedious.
Things from the other games, but like the comics, I don't know if those were in the other games or not.
I don't remember them from New Vegas, so, but I don't know.
But anyway, there's this whole thing in this place where like the Unstoppables, which are sort of like the Fantastic Four, Justice League kind of a thing.
Right.
There's like
they got all their like little fun references, that kind of thing. They had like the novelty nerd collectible axe in the display case.
Something's out there.
What's this? Sort of photos.
oh, a golden one.
Unexpected. Looks like we've uncovered the secret layer of the Silver Shroud.
I like that. Silver Shroud costume activate. Okay, so you stole someone's cosplay gear.
Like post-war cosplay gear, to be fair.
Does that make it, like, if it was pre-war, there wouldn't have been, like, that person would be dead, so it'd be up for grabs, but if it's post-war, then that means some foolish, post-apocalyptic wanderer was like, I'm gonna dress up as this character from these books I sometimes find on dead bodies, and they put so much effort into it, and you're just gonna snatch it out from their little hidey hole.
Also, this is magic cloth that we just picked up.
Heads up.
Shoot. Help yourself.
So,
Yes.
magic. No toilet drugs, but I think there may be suitcase drugs.
Nice.
Anyway, that costume and axe are actually incredibly powerful. We'll probably come back here later and actually set this up, or I may save it for the dumb run, but what that armor does is all melee damage is increased by 20%, and it increases your strength by 2, which is another 20%. Also, it's not bad armor, despite what you may be expecting. Anyway, on to Good Neighbor.
Oh, that name fills me with dread.
It's... by the way, we swapped out to Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what disturbs me more.
If it's is that Brotherhood of Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what must be done.
They're random encounters now.
Yeah, we need to kill these fascists.
I didn't even start shooting at them that time.
They're fascists! Of course they're gonna shoot at you.
I don't know how he got over there, but...
Probably thrown clear in the crash. Take that, you Nazi fuck.
Anyway. So as I was saying, we have Piper now. You didn't meet her little sister. We barely met her little sister. She has a younger sister. She's like 12. Now she's running the newspaper. While Piper is with us.
Oh dear.
So...
Think of it this way, you're getting the first post-war live journal.
This is normal for other journalists.
Considering that you came with me, Piper, and within the first 5 minutes I've made you wear this and given you an axe, probably not normal for most journalists, no.
Wait, I didn't notice. Where did you check? Is she dressed up as a barbarian too?
Yes.
I don't like this because it looks like her head was pasted onto like a different body.
Correct. I'll probably give her normal stuff back in not too long. God damn it, people!
I mean, since we're walking around in like the power armor, what we're wearing doesn't really matter as much. Could we just like put the silver shroud get up on her? Is that protagonist only?
Oh no, we could.
She'd probably look okay in that getup.
We are in the tangle.
AKA terrible drab name.
I'm not. That's not even the name. That's what I'm calling it. Super mutant.
Does it have a real name? The USS Constitution.
That's actually.
Oh, there it is. Oh, hello again. Oh, those cute robots again.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually get up there, but I think that storyline may be done for now. I think they're just.
How did a boat get all the way up there?
It's a long, adorable story.
It starts with the USS Constitution being blown onto a savings and loan during the war. And the robot crew, who were like the, I don't know, the tour guides or whatever, they tried to attach giant engines to it to move it back into the water so they could, you know, rejoin the war effort. But when they fired up the engines, it just took them straight forward into the next building.
They were quite pleased with that.
Yes, at that current rate, they will make it to the ocean in a mere 100 years.
It was one of the few enjoyable parts of the game because the storyline was relatively cute. It felt very classic Fallout.
Oh, there we are, finally. Like, I understand that the baseball diamond, that's like a cute place to put the city, right? But how do we live here with all of this shit? Good neighbor. So, near as I can tell, Good Neighbor, it's just like they put walls in this neighborhood of the city.
Hey, hold up there.
First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance. Insurance. Personal protection. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Whoa, time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap. Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
What do you care? She ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let her go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Now, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You alright, sister?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome to get murdered.
Well, he said something contradicting the mayor.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Anyway, that's Hancock.
Charming individual.
By the standards of this game, yes. We have a couple places here. Oh, you'll love this character.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me.
The fuck? Which direction do I need to go?
Not being able to write sympathetic characters really just annoys me. Oh, there we go.
So, I'm exaggerating. I'm sure like there are people who are perfectly fine.
We have not met them.
I mean, like most of the people in the,
I mean, Piper seems okay.
Like, Piper is a bit overeager, that's her thing, but that's fine.
Nick seems chill.
Nick is pretty chill.
I'd say more than anything, it's like everyone's just kind of like
Coursers on the second floor. Kill
not
on
as
sight.
memorable, really.
Send
Like
reinforcements
the
to
only
the
people
lobby
I
in
really
case they're
remember are the companion characters and the one bald guy whose name I can't remember who stole our baby. Everyone else just kind of fades into the background, honestly.
Mm-hmm. As someone who spends their life, like, writing characters as an author, I just don't get how all the characters are so forgettable and boring and unlikable.
Well, there's a classic.
Wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
So yeah, apparently one robot is doing all this shit. I don't know.
It is a good way to, like, visually tell you this character is a threat without selling you, but...
They missed a few spots, though. By the way, I don't think we've met these people. These are the Gunners.
What's their deal?
They're like... a gang, but they dress like an 80s action movie heroes.
That could be a really fun gimmick for a gang.
Stairwells and hallways, if you haven't already.
But it isn't. because they do boring shit with it.
I mean, that's a lie. They're just the upgraded gang. They're just the upgraded gang. There's nothing really different about them other than their weapon choices. Like so. Rocket launcher guy. Once again, if I was not in power armor, this place is actually fairly hell. Mainly because of that rocket launcher person who you can't really see. No matter how tough you are in regular armor, that will kill you in one shot, and you'll have to start over.
Yes.
Piper likes it when you pick locks.
Got it.
Anyway, but yeah, there's no real character to the Gunners. You never, like, meet their leader. Like, it would be incredibly derivative of the Kings if, like, we meet the leader and they're just doing an Arnold impression or something.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, there's nothing to them right now, other than they're kind of like better equipped gang people.
Fall back to original position. The courser's nearing the elevator. Courser's after the girl. Anyone alive needs to get up to the top floor immediately. That's an order.
Honestly, after this, I may just go down to where I know my favorite people are and introduce you to them. Because they're kind of a radiant thing that you may run into, you may not walking around, but I know where their base is. It's gotta be a tight fit with me and Piper in here.
Also, Rent, what do you want to bet that Kanejita is one of the final bosses now?
I will make no comment on whatever that is.
OSP1 stuff.
I don't know the password. I'm telling the truth.
I don't believe you are.
Oh, God. Please, no. You don't have to do this, please.
You. Come here.
Sneaking in power armor.
Mm-hmm.
Get over here. Are you here for the synth?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm here to help the synth.
And you think I'll just hand her over? To you? You've been tracking me. What do you really want?
need what's in your head.
That you cannot have.
They never just want to talk. Is that it?
I love how everyone is ready to try their chances with the person in power armor.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't want to die. If you're going to kill me, then do it.
Hey.
If you're going to kill me, then do it.
War crimes?
No. There's no real point.
They'll kill her.
He deserved to die. I know you're
Oh.
not here for me, but I can't get out. Not on my own. I'm going to have to trust you to help me.
I promise not to hurt you.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? The guard put the password in a toolbox over there under the stairs. Use it to gain access to the terminal and open the door.
Get away from me.
Did I not open the door? There we go.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You're welcome.
My institute designation is K-198, but I prefer Jenny, so yes, I'm a synth, if you hadn't already guessed. I knew they'd send a courser. I just didn't think he'd find me so fast. I think I would have lost him too, but then I was captured by these mercenaries, and all this happened. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna look for supplies before heading out, and before you ask, no, I don't need any more help. The Commonwealth is unforgiving. I need to make it on my own or I'm dead. Maybe we'll meet again, under better circumstances. I hope we do.
I mean, you could go to Sanctuary Hills, where I am like the big boss.
I was gonna say, I feel like that should be a conversation, but it's just sort of a monologue. And then she left.
Well, I will respect...
I almost already forgot her name.
Yep.
But then again, it was tedious in New Vegas too, so maybe that's just...
There's a way that I can make it really fun and like so dumb that it's amusing, but... Oh. Piper got her entire power armor blown off. That's unfortunate. Okay. Searching for the railroad. Where are they? Here's the room.
Kiss it all goodbye. Down you go!
That is so frustrating. If that was a laser musket, that would be an incredible weapon and would probably be my main weapon for the rest of the game.
I miss anything good?
I went to the end of the Freedom Trail. Now I'm here.
So no.
Oh, your armor is in a situation.
Oh yeah, so it's hers.
So that's not right.
Ooh, puzzles.
So, if you were paying attention to all those things that we went by, that had numbers and then letters.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. It spins. Oh, so it starts with R.
So... Their password is railroad.
There we go.
And we're underground? Do you get it?
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further...
Were they just standing there waiting?
Who the hell are you?
To be fair, they probably had like a minute because I after I started doing that puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the Railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
Dr. Amari told me how to find you.
Very interesting. Last question. Why are you here?
I tracked down and killed a Courser at Green Tech Genetics. Now I need help. Breaking the code on his Courser chip.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a Courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a
You
run.
throwing shade on Pipers right
Newsflash,
there.
boss. This lady is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating her, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a Courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Here. Maybe it wasn't obvious enough yet.
Who are you people, exactly?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends.
Yes, we need to let her in. She's got
The
an
way
intact
the
Courser chip, for
dialogue,
God's sake.
like you asked,
That
so what? Who are
violates
you
our
people really?
security protocols.
And she
To
just
hell with
immediately
that.
cuts in
She
with the
killed a
spiel.
Courser.
Is
There's
like,
no way she's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first
Okay.
outsider ever to be given
Whatever.
this privilege.
So,
We'll discuss the details
Synths
of
go
the ship
rogue,
inside.
and these people help them escape.
Sure, like
they're the
that-
railroad, and they're underground. They're the Underground Railroad. Okay,
Yeah, I
we
know the co-opting of
We
like
having fun yet?
American history for like really try. Of course, all this is so light because of course they are. So you just got to make this as tone deaf as possible. Okay.
I don't think it would help that much if they were people of color.
It wouldn't, but like, I don't know. It's just a thing of like, it makes sense, but like it makes sense for there to be a thing of like, okay, they're synths. It wouldn't wouldn't want to be in the Institute for whatever reason. Maybe they see the outside world that's like, I don't know, they like their life. Maybe they made a connection with a person out here and they want to not go back to the spooky lab or whatever the fuck the Institute looks like.
You need something?
Tom, our
And
visitor
there would
here
be
has a
people who would help them out,
Oh,
sure, but
for real?
oh
man, it's been ages.
Right. Some
They
ground
just
rules.
made it so corny.
Tom can get you the code, but once he's done,
Just so
we get
corny.
the Courser chip.
And also, just, I don't know, this is just a recurring thing with like any game that has like
Fine.
a protagonist
All right.
that's
Tom,
customizable and is supposed to be the bestest and most special. It's just a thing in general, but like them going from immediately from like, oh, you killed a Courser? Yeah, well, yeah, here's our base. It's like,
We're in.
I don't know. Again, it's just one of those like lightning quick turnarounds. That's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together.
And
It's
like,
not good.
it's not good. And if there
Encryption
was a
algorithms.
dialogue tree or
Alright.
something where you like
Still running.
charm them or like convince them
Oh man.
that
They've
you
had
know
more
this
dust than
person's
the last
legit
cipher.
with your words and a
It's
good
gonna
enough
be-
speech.
Come on,
Or
baby.
maybe a different
Show me that
option
pattern.
where they're like,
Where
yeah,
is it?
fuck off.
Wait.
And then
They're
you
using the
pretend to
same
fuck off,
logarithmic
but
function
instead
as the
you just
key
like
generator.
can sneak and follow them or something.
Got you,
I don't know.
Institute bastard. I got
Or
you.
one of your companions can vouch for you.
Come on. Show
I'm
me
sorry, the stereotypical black man is hacking
Yeah, we
very
got it.
vigorously,
We
so I
got the
wasn't
code.
listening.
Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you.
The only joy I
like to
have
work with
right
you
now
more.
is this
Let me
power
know if you're
armor
interested.
ruining every
But to be crystal
Yeah.
angle.
if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
Everyone's
What
on you.
fucking
You way
relationship?
too hard.
Yeah.
But I got my eyes open. I see. You gotta be careful, man. The Institute is everywhere.
Hey, don't try anything, stranger.
Maybe the Institute was the friends we made along the way.
Recalibrating using new data set.
Pam,
Processing. Unknown human entity. Your arrival was not
The
calculated.
weird cylinder things where the
That's a
mouth would
strange
be
way
on
to
a human
say
face
hello.
makes Pam look like she has a
Unable to
spider
process
face
verbal
or something.
input. Still processing. Preliminary
Reminds me
adjustments
of their
to
mandibles.
statistical models complete. Commencing introduction. I was, am, and will most likely be Pam. Predictive analytic machine.
Well, nice to meet you, Pam.
Introductory token recognized. Nice to meet you too. Unknown entity, I provide first-order approximations of the behaviors of all residents of the region, designated Commonwealth. Rephrasing. I predict the future.
What? That's amazing.
Caution. Biological life forms behave erratically, unpredictably. All output subject to an extremely high margin
So-
of error.
You predict the future, but
Even
not
if you're wrong
really.
sometimes? That's unbelievable.
Very poorly.
Caution. Reliance on this unit's predictions is
I'm
deemed
looking for the
unwise.
SOP. I thought it
Operation
was
complete.
Pam.
You are a rogue variable. No current or previous models predict your presence or existence. Query. What is your point of origin?
I'm from Vault 111, if that's what you mean.
Accessing. Vault 111. Cryo Vault. Believed destroyed. Conversation terminated. Pending construction of new probability matrix. Rephrasing. Goodbye.
Hey, don't try anything, stranger.
Hey, something's out there.
At least you dealt like a third of the health at once. Oh, wait.
Okay, that's the normal Deathclaw. There are the other types of Deathclaws roaming around here. I thought that's what this one was.
Deathclaw Alpha?
Also, Deathclaw Pack.
Oh dear.
Yeah. There is like an alpha legendary around here somewhere. I don't actually remember where. It's why if you know, I'm being a little bit careful about scanning my surroundings where I'm normally not.
Mm-hmm.
This place can sneak up on you.
This is legitimately the most interesting area of the game so far.
Well, it's like the fog makes it feel kind of oppressive.
It also there's actually unironically good on environmental design here. They really sell that this is a place that where something has gone horrifically wrong. Yeah, that is how you deliver journalism. Hard-hitting scoops.
Yep.
Right into your brain case.
Breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
The news is your skull.
This reminds me that I want to play a journalist as an OSP character one day.
That's not even worth picking up. That legendary.
That would be fun.
Anyway, to move on.
Clearly, you finished, Rit.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what weapon would a journalist have in a JRPG?
Clearly their notepad and pencil.
A rolled up newspaper. You beat people over the head with the breaking news. Throughout, like, midway through the game or whatever, after you encountered them, there will be, like, a secret hidden scene you can find where they're wrapping, like, a pipe with the newspaper.
Also, the sound design here. The way the Geiger counter plus the thunder work is very good.
Also, the rad scorpions ducking down when you look at them.
Mm-hmm. It feels like they just had, like, 1 or 2 designers working on this area, so there was actual, like, we know what we want to do, so we executed it.
Yeah. Hold on to that thought. You may not be so generous at a moment.
Wherever you say hold on to that thought, I just feel a little bit of dread, like, oh no.
Oh no. They're gonna ruin this place somehow.
Like, we're finally liking something about the game. Like, next you're gonna tell me Nick and Piper have horrible character arcs.
So, who should we find? But, these folk.
Oh no. I feel something stupid this way comes.
May Atom bless you with his glow.
Stop right there, stranger. You approach Atom's holy ground. Why? State your purpose or be divided in his sight.
I'm here because I need your help.
The children of
Do you
Atom
seek
are here.
division? Have you come to merge with Atom, to be split in his infinite glory, or do you seek to tear down his followers?
This seems like a lady you stick to brass tacks with.
I'm looking for someone named Virgil.
Virgil? Yes, we know this Virgil. What do you want with him?
I just need some information from him.
I see. In truth, this Virgil has caused some concern. Some believe his presence is an affront to Atom. Though he came to trade with us on a few occasions, we have had little other contact with him. It was quite clear he wanted to be left alone. You can find him southwest of the crater, living in a cave. I would approach cautiously were I you. I feel he does not want visitors.
Approach cautiously
What do you need of me, child?
with power armor.
There wouldn't be a place I could resupply around here, would there?
Seek Brother Ogden. He should have some provisions on offer. For a price.
How have you survived in all this radiation?
That is Adam's unique gift to us, the true believers. He has brought us here to this place, a place that cannot harm us, so that we may worship him, so that we may spread his word to others. That is our calling, to deliver Adam's message to a world that does not wish to hear it, to show Adam's power to all.
Okay, this is dumb and not fun dumb, but it's like low on this game's scale.
Now, real trick. How do I get over there?
The world will be shown Adam's glory.
I guess the children of Adam aren't quite as dumb as they could be in this game yet.
I get the feeling there is a lot of layers to unpack.
I mean, the watermark is... I remember... I never played Fallout 3, but I remember people telling me about the town with an active nuke in the center of it.
Yeah, Megaton.
So, that's sort of my bar of, this isn't as dumb as that yet, but it's getting there.
It has potential. Goodness, this area is actually very, very interesting visually.
Also, if I wasn't in power armor, this is hell.
Because all the radiation poisoning?
Oh yeah, I would be going through Radex's like fucking candy. Just popping M&Ms in my mouth.
You got skid marks on your arms, but it's only from anti-radiation medication. So they're not even fun skid marks.
So, yeah. This place is pretty neat.
Goodness, this sound design is really, really pleasant for what they're doing.
Fuck.
At least it's just a generic one.
So yeah, I guess regular death claws are pretty not threatening to the person in power armor with the magic gun. That shoots 2 bullets every time I pull the trigger, despite only firing 1 bullet.
We call that an AN-94.
By the way, here's Virgil.
Take it nice and slow. No sudden moves. I know you're from the Institute. So
I like his horn-rimmed glasses.
I do too. That's a great detail.
You distract me? It's not going to work. I'm not stupid. I knew they'd send him after me.
It's kind of hard to tell, but it's actually 2. Like, his head is too big. So, like, there's an extender where he's tied other pairs of glasses to the back to go to his ears.
That's great.
But, yeah, this is Virgil.
Are you Virgil?
You know damn well I am. What are you doing here?
What should we do?
We should be polite.
I need your help.
My help? With what? How did you even find me anyway?
I'm just looking for information on the Institute.
The Institute? So, they did send you, didn't they? You're working with Kellogg.
He's taken care of.
He's clearly been
taken care of.
Dead. He's dead. Don't you lie to me.
I have a chunk of his brain in my back pocket. Would you like to see it?
I'm not lying. I killed him myself.
Did you? Kellogg was ruthless. There's a reason the Institute used him to do their dirty.
Pick up. Oh, we never put any away. Well, that's fine. So the reason I wanted to do that is we have our laser musket here. And it's a fairly unimpressive weapon until you start upgrading it, because then you can do this.
Oh boy.
And it has a delightful noise that it makes.
Oh, I bet.
Technically, the best one to get is, well, quote-unquote the best, is a never-ending laser musket. Normally on a gun, the legendary prefix never-ending means you never have to reload it. It just goes through all of the ammunition, right? For a laser musket, obviously you're sort of reloading it one crank at a time. What that means is, if you crank it once, it'll fire every shot in your inventory.
Oh dear.
So, if you feel like you need the Wing Gundam cannons, you just pass off your spares to your partner. Anyway, the Glowing Sea is a bit of a trek, unfortunately. I never went this far south in my own explorations.
I have no doubt that they somehow waste potential of, like, a nuclear blast site.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
Oh, that is a lovely sound.
It's not necessarily practical,
but it sounds really cool.
It goes through ammo pretty fast, but I love just pulling it out and the hum it makes. It makes me happy.
It also serves as an effective nightlight.
If I give up entirely on trying to do this properly and just start cheating, I give some of these things the legendary effects that work best for them. For this is instigating, where you do double damage against a target that doesn't have any damage yet.
I can imagine.
So, like this, that would be doing a shot that does 12 times the amount of damage it should. Now, unfortunately, it's dark, and this part of the map is pretty sparse.
Hey, Rhett.
Hey, I've returned. My headphone issues have been resolved.
You have missed little to nothing.
Yep.
We are now going to the Glowing Sea. One neat thing that would be cool is typically that Aurora over there is over the Glowing Sea, but it's kind of not.
Also, the effect for enemies getting killed by energy weapons is gorgeous.
Anyway, this is the Sanctuary Hills brand here.
Apparently, you should see if you can find some hot pink.
I will endeavor. Like, you know, the lighting's not bad. Granted, there's no moon or light for that to be reflecting that hard, but...
Yeah, the lighting engine for the game is pretty good, but it just sort of wastes it. Because the environmental design is really uninspired. This is a random place, so it will have enemies.
No. I think these are...
On your way, civilian.
Oh, Nazis.
Is your
I
armor
hate
better
Military
than
business
mine?
only.
No. Anyway, yeah, Brotherhood. They'll also be on foot.
Fucking Nazis. I fucking hate the way they use the Brotherhood of Steel in the Beth Fallouts.
As the good guys?
Yeah. And they're always sort of low-key crypto-fash.
Oh, there we go. We're starting to get to where we're hitting that Geiger counter.
Radiation in a Fallout game? Perish the thought.
Luckily, you're in power armor.
That will help a bit. It will not help as much as you think.
In earlier Fallouts, power armor was basically all the anti-radiation gear you ever needed.
I mean, it does make sense. It's like all the earth, the filtration and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they also didn't give you power armor in the first 5 minutes of the game in earlier Fallouts, I imagine.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, this is the first visually interesting area of the game.
Coming here during the day might be a bit better, but it's fine.
Oh, this is still aesthetic as hell. It is the first interesting place.
Nuclear bog.
Mm-hmm. It really captures the energy that something went horribly wrong here.
Yeah. So what are we trying to find here?
So there's this...
What was that?
Were you there when we went into Kellogg's Memories? Were you there for that part?
No, he wasn't.
I was
We're
there
coming
for like part of it. I think my headphones started acting up around San Francisco.
Yep. We're here to find an Institute scientist named Virgil, because he may know how to get into the Institute, because the Institute's thing is the facility is completely cut off from the outside world and uses teleportation to get in and out.
I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like that's just... They didn't want this quote... They didn't... They used teleportation to get in and out. Okay.
Yeah. It feels like they didn't want you to sequence break. Oh, hey, it's a Deathclaw, which is completely harmless apparently in this game.
That was the tutorial Deathclaw.
Ah.
Don't actually want to rumble with it. Here's a cave.
Also, this is cool. This is very cool. This is very, very cool.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life.
Me? I'm very successful. If we're gonna dance, let's dance.
Rat scorpions. To take a moment to get out of the radiation. It shouldn't really help, but it does.
And steel's dense enough to generally... But the water, yeah, the water would be fucked if there's water coming in.
I'm trying to remember. I think this is just like a...
The sooner we get out of this radiation, the better.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Okay. So, to answer the earlier question, could I kill that Deathclaw? Yes, I could.
But it would require, like, 5,000 ammo.
With this gun, maybe not. Actually, for comparison, let's say. I'm not actually that high level is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you're at the level the game thinks you should have this equipment at, these things can one-hit kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not actually there yet.
Mm-hmm. Then we don't. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Worked for so many years. I knew they'd send him after me. Tried to prepare for it. But I still wasn't sure I'd make it. And so you killed him, eh? Then what do you want with me?
Why did you leave the Institute? I know you came from there.
You know about the escape? But how? No, it doesn't matter. I'm not going back. I can't go back. Look at me. Why are you even here? What do you want?
Relax. I just need to know how to get in there.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You want to get into the Institute? Are you insane? Never mind how nearly impossible that is. Even if you were to succeed, it'd almost certainly end in your immediate death. What reason could you possibly have for taking that kind of risk?
I'm trying to find my son. The Institute kidnapped him.
Oh. Oh no. I had no idea. I'm sorry. Yeah. The Institute has taken people from the Commonwealth in the past. If your son is one of them, I can understand why you'd want to get in there. I can help, but I'm going to need something in return.
So, I noticed that you've never asked, why is he a super mutant?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from me?
Because it's
Before I had
Fallout.
to escape, I was working on a serum that would serve as a cure for my condition. I wasn't able to bring it with me. It's still in my lab and, well, look at me.
Oh, so he wants to
I
stop being
need it.
super mutant. I don't know
need
the
you to
super
find
mutant
it for
lore. I
me
just
if you
assumed
manage
it's
to get
like
inside the Institute. What
this
do you
is what
say?
happens when you got people living in heavy radiation for a while.
Mutants are the result of something called... super mutants are the result of a bioweapon project by the US government called FEV, the Forced Evolutionary Virus.
Okay.
In Fallout 1 and 2, you got it by dipping people in concentrated vats of it.
Well, not many know about it.
In Fallout 2 and Fallout New Vegas, they were basically a dying species because Master's vats were destroyed, so they were just this bygone relic of a different age.
But it works. Dematerializes you in one place, rematerializes you in another. I'm sure it sounds crazy, but it's a reality.
The relay is the only way in and out of the Institute. You understand? The only one. That means you're going to have to use it. Now, have you ever seen an Institute courser?
A courser? What's that?
Another Institute secret. Coursers are Institute synths, designed for one purpose. They're hunters. Operations go wrong, a synth goes missing, and a courser is dispatched. They're very good at what they do, and you're going to have to kill one.
I don't know why there are super mutants in Beth Fallouts, though. Because I don't remember that lore, because it was dumb.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was implied. He's the reason.
Let's go. Just point me in the right direction.
What?
Well, I suppose your enthusiasm counts for something. Every courser has special hardware.
The Institute got their hands on the FEV, and he was experimenting with it.
Institute. It's embedded in
Oh,
a
so
chip
he
in their
beasted
heads.
himself.
You need that
And
chip.
then he was working on a cure, but
Find
then,
a courser. Now I don't know exactly where you can find.
spoiler alert, his funding got cut or something.
And sitting here
So he cut and ran, but he couldn't grab the cure he was working on before he left.
I can tell you where to start
Funding
and give you
in the
some help finding one.
post-apocalypse when you have
You'll have to
teleporters?
do the dirty work.
Yeah!
Like, there's no centralized government. The most you got is like despot mayors and baseball stadiums.
Coursers is in the ruins of CIT, directly above the Institute. So you'll want to head there. Now, the relay causes some pretty heavy
Man,
interference
he must have
all
been
across the EM
real mad
spectrum.
when he got outside of the
You've got a
institute and
radio
realized
on that Pip-Boy,
there was no
right?
bank to
When you
wire
get to the ruins,
money into his savings
tune into the
account.
lower end of the band and listen in. You'll be able to hear the interference. Follow the signal, and it'll lead you to a courser. Then, you just have to not get killed. Not gonna lie, the odds aren't in your favor here. But if you do make it, remember what I said about the serum. I need it badly. I really do hope you find what you're looking for.
He seems like an okay guy compared to a lot of the NPCs we've met.
He kidnapped people to turn them into super mutants.
Oh boy. Oh. Is he at least repentant about that?
Fucking no.
Oh boy.
Okay, maybe not him, personally. They sent robots to do it.
Protect and serve.
Look, whenever you think that there's a character that is sympathetic, stop and remember what game we're talking about. Also, that conversation took hours. Anyway, here's the glowing sea during the day.
Also, Piper seems pretty sympathetic. What terrible thing did she do?
Well, right now, she abandoned her 12-year-old fucking sister in that hellhole of a place.
Okay, that's fair.
Her failing is not so much her, like, anything, she is extremely eager to just go running off without thought to consequence or preparation. Anyway. Let's see. We need to go to here. Now apparently there's this whole thing we can do. Like, I may be misremembering, but I do know that it's implied that the reason why there are super mutants here is because of the Institute experimenting on them. because I don't think any super mutants made it all the way through Caesar's Legion / formerly Caesar's Legion territory to get to here. Or why would they do that? I don't know.
Also, the Midwest in the Fallout universe is just a giant... you remember that sandstorm from Mad Max?
Mm-hmm.
That is the entire Midwest in the Fallout universe. They call it the Big Empty. Or that was what they called it before the Fallout New Vegas thing.
I forget what this fucking thing is. I don't think it actually go that way. So now we're playing hot and cold with this fucking robot.
Fun. Well, this seems to be the right direction.
I know where it is, I just don't remember the exact building.
I wonder if this is normal for other journalists.
Is there a single sympathetic character in this game?
Are there characters that are at least endearing in some way?
Captain Ironsides?
Okay, Captain Ironsides was a gentleman and a scholar, and I deeply appreciate his contribution to my life. He truly changed me as a woman. Well, as a fae.